Hi, so I'm currently running on 3 hours of sleep. Because I slept at 5, then I woke up at like 8 o'clock. So, yeah, let's begin. Got revised for our GCSEs. Anyways, come onwards. Let's begin with the test, weighing up whether a statement is true. Here's the statement. Assess the extent to which an LIDC you have studied has reached its Millennium Development Goals. Use a list to guide your answer. So let me actually begin off with this. So this is acronym called BUG. So you have to bug the exam questions. BUG, the B in BUG means box the command word, and here it would have been assess. Then you would have had to underline. So underline the theme, focus, or the evidence, or the number of examples. And then you glance back. But why should you be using this acronym? Well, you need to dissect the question. I think it would help, personally, because after doing some big mark questions, I found it might help. So this question involves of two assessment objectives, AO1 and AO3. AO1 is mostly about testing your knowledge, and AO3 is mostly about applying your knowledge and understanding. And yeah, so you got 4 marks. 4 marks for the pair of them, so it's split. So AO1 would mostly be seen in the point. So, for example, there's 2 slides. So there is a point they've made, and they've included 2 sides. And this is shown through the word has been mixed. And basically, you have to refer to the question. You have to include the question in your answer. I think that's a good idea. Just have your point in the first part of your, because you'll see this theme of the fact that a lot of these points, the first sentence mostly includes a question. Right. So now we've got the you could possibly magpie this, for example. It's basically just a discourse marker which could show the evidence, and then they've explained it they've explained the fact that there's a goal which needs to be achieved. They've included specific data. They've included, this shows that you can magpie that. Zambia has fallen short of halving the number of people in extreme poverty by 2015. So you've assessed the success of reaching the goal. Again, discourse marker. You might want to use it in assess. This data explains the problem with the data. And other goals that's been followed. This is again another data. Another development goal. Yeah. So this reached 8 marks. I'm just going to let you read it. And basically they've included one specific goal. I'm going to put this in my description as well. So this is another question. Explain how hard engineering can reduce the impact of geomorphic processes in your chosen location. 6 marks. So they've begun with the evidence being stated first, which is the evidence location. Then they've included a process, which is groins, which basically reduced longshore drift, and they've explained that, which I think is a good idea. Just explain what's happening. You might get some marks. Just define it, and this whole part, this whole statement was mostly an explanation, and then you've got the last bit, which is a point, which links back to the question. Okay, again. Describe and explain how one initiative is making the city you have studied more sustainable. 6 marks. So AO1, knowledge. An answer at this level shows knowledge of an initiative to make the city sustainable, and AO2 is the understanding of how. So that's the point of the sustainable initiative. That's the explanation, and that is it being explained. And then and this is how the environments, the benefits in the environment. I'm not sure if you did this circle. So basically over here you would have social, environmental, and economic, and then there would be parts where it overlapped, And yeah, that's one way of revising. Evaluate how well the impacts of a tectonic event were managed. 6 marks. AO1, a knowledge of that hazard. AO3, yeah. So that's the good statement. So that's the point, and it links back to the question already. Yeah, and that's like explain the successful strategy, and that's like the other, yeah. Discuss the impacts of climate change in different areas of the world. Discuss the view that the impacts in the UK will be less severe. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm sorry if I don't sound coherent. I'm literally so tired. Anyways, sorry. I shouldn't be bothering you. I'm gonna quit speaking now. AO1 and AO2 and AO3. So the impacts, so just again rewrite the question. So they've explained like discuss. Discuss is over here. Here's discuss. So both sides of an argument, the for and against. So again, this is an UK and which is an AC, which is different to the Maldives, which is an LIDC, or is it an EDC? But that's like the contrast. That's the difference. I've literally already forgotten about the question. Anyways, and then you got explanation. I should stop bothering you with my problems. Anyways, okay, this is my final one. Studying the map. So AO2 and AO3. So you need like an understanding for AO2, and AO3 is understanding and applying. Yeah. So let's talk about the command words. So you've got maths, so you've got calculate, which is just maths. You've got comparing, similarities and differences. We see that in science. Defining, just state the meaning. Describe characteristics. Personally, I find 2 markers quite difficult. So yeah, but I've got something to show you. If I can find it, which I can't, because I'm not very organised. Is that it? Oh, there it is. Here it is. So this is a question that was a 2 marker, and it was like describe something interconvergence zone. So that was the point, and that was the developed part. So the fact that it's a belt of low pressure where hot air rises and separates, and all that. Anyways, that's define, describe. We've spoken about describe. We've got evaluate, which is a for, against, and then you have to do a conclusion. I think that was a good little phrase somewhere. Yeah, no. This is far more serious. No, not you. Okay, I can't find it. Snap. Crackle and pop. Anyways. We're like evaluate. Examine. So close detail. So you have to examine, like just talk about it in close detail, I guess. Key facts and influence. Identify, select something. Justify, need a valid reason and evidence. Make a prediction, it's about the future. Judgment. Outline, brief written description. 1 marker usually. Propose is to suggest an action or intention. I'm not sure about the outline bit. State is include a specific piece of info. You don't need an explanation. So suggest, offer an opinion. To what extent do you agree? So the percent that you agree, and based on the evidence. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. So AO1, the command words are usually describe, define, outline, and state. These are mostly knowledge-based, and they're shorter questions, and therefore shorter questions. AO2 includes the command words explain, how, explain, reasons, and discuss. And these are basically about understanding and comprehending and applying. AO3 is about, it depends on the question, applying the knowledge and understanding. AO4 is, again, the command words could vary. That's what I probably meant. Select, adapt, and use geographical skills. AO 1 and 2, if they're if you've got like a combo of them, and then you need to show knowledge and understanding, which is seen here. No, that's AO3. AO2 and AO3, understanding, application of knowledge and understanding. AO1, 2, and 3 when it's all combined. So that's a big triple combo. I don't know. So you need knowledge, understanding it. A1 and 3, knowledge and application. So again, bug. So underline the theme, focus, and evidence, and that's the underline bit. And the number of examples, like give one example. Focus is like the Millennium Development Goals. And yeah, come on, word. So point is like place. What? Place? I'm too tired for this, bro. Evidence is data. Explain is why, like so what? It's like, you know. Develop is about glancing back. I'm gonna put this in my description. So this document. So basically, right? Oh no, I can't. It's on my score count. Anyways. Oh, sorry, that wasn't supposed to be loud. Anyways. Yeah. So always glance back. Include the question in your response. That's a tip. So using a discourse marker, point, evidence, explain, and develop. Or point, evidence, explain, and link. PEEL. Conclude, use the word overall. That was what I was looking for. Plan is quite good. So yeah, plan your answers. Big markers. Obviously you don't need it for like 1 markers or maths. You don't need to plan maths. You need to show you're working out. Specific. Be specific. And just find key phrases. Hope this helps. This was quite a long video. But yeah, good night, y'all.